Hello, hello, everyone. Let me see and make sure that I can actually see what's going on. Hi, everyone. Sorry so much, or sorry for the delays. Had a couple of issues with my live streaming software, so Streamlabs OBS was being a little bit weird, but here we are. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Looks like we have some people coming in. So, everyone, if you're in the chat box, just if you're comfortable, drop in, your name, where you're from. This is just a chill session. Let me pull up, or I guess I want to search my channel over here. I want to get the chat window. Hello, Darren Davis. Welcome, welcome. Usually you can pop this out. Yeah, there we go. Pop out chat. Oh, cool. I have it on my phone too, so I guess we'll just use that. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. From Virginia, nice, nice. So it's wow, 12:30 over there. So impressive of you for coming in. So hello everyone. My name is Shashank. I'm a data analyst working at Nordstrom in Seattle. I'm currently in Denver, Colorado, in the United States. It is a Saturday night. I have nothing better to do, so I'm just going to see if I can go ahead and do a Kaggle competition. So I am not a data scientist myself, but I am very interested in becoming one in the future. And to that extent, I would really like to practice my data science skills. So sometimes I like to just do these live coding sessions, just mess around, let's see what happens. Okay, what's up, Vamsi? Hi, Raghav. Nice to see you from Delhi. Vamsi, where are you from? And Novian Dimas. Again, if you don't mind, just go ahead and put in where you're from. I'd just like to see where all the viewers are from. They because people come in from all kinds of diverse places. And for our drinks today, because it is a Saturday night, so we're gonna have a little bit of fun here. We have a White Claw and a mango margarita. So I think I'm gonna crush this White Claw first, and then after that, we'll go ahead and get started with the mango margarita. Yo, what's up, Guru from Tamil Nadu, India? My family's from Chennai, so it's great to see you. Prashant Chowdhury from New York City. Nice, nice. Vishesh Locha texting me on Twitter. Okay, I might get to. I'm not very good at responding to messages. I do apologize in advance. From Hyderabad, my sister-in-law's from Hyderabad. So my family is actually Telugu. So we're Telugu, but we're from Tamil Nadu. So for anyone that's not familiar, Telugu and Tamil are like ethnicities in India, and Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh are like states, or well, I guess Telangana now are like states in India that like these different ethnicities are from. So my family is from a one is an ethnicity that's typically from one state, but we actually have been from this other state for like the longest time. So, of course, from Indonesia, awesome. We, of course, great to see you from Honduras, Chicago, Ashish, awesome, awesome. Great to see everyone here. Speaking of Tamil Nadu, putting this offline later. Yes, I am Chris Chakowski. I definitely am. Let me know if I ever forget to put any of my live streams online later. I usually always do. What's up, Zia Sunny from Bangalore? Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. So actually, funny thing that we have a lot of people here from India. I saw this Kaggle competition over here of trying to answer questions in Hindi and Tamil. I'm not going to do this one because I don't have the expertise to actually uh, do the like to actually like answer this kind of a competition for anyone not familiar, because I know we have people from not necessarily from India. Hindi and Tamil are languages in India. They're two of the biggest languages in India. Hindi is the biggest non-English language in India. I think English is more popular in India than Hindi, but someone correct me if I'm wrong. And then Tamil is, I think, the biggest language in South India. Again, someone correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not, of course, I'm not from India, so I don't necessarily know if that's accurate. Darren Davis, you said you will make some complex SQL scripts with an explanation we will use. Ah, nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I will definitely get to that. I have an entire like backlog of content I need to be making. For anyone that is wondering, I have a chapter 7 of the hands-on machine learning course coming up. Let's see, let me. So you'll see over here, we have all of the notes ready. I already started drinking, so I'm not going to create that video right now. I want to create that video when I'm completely sober. Um, but here are all the notes for chapter 7 of the book, Hands-on Machine Learning with Scikit-learn, Keras, and TensorFlow. And there's another video I want to do for anyone who may be familiar with Geomatech. he actually has a video, Joma Data Science. He has this video over here, and I want to create a similar type of video where I kind of give like my take on it and then like kind of what's changed in the last 3 years. But then after watching this video, I saw how much effort he put into it, and I'm like, okay, like I have to actually like this is going to take a while to make. So I'd actually like to make a video about this, like what really is analytics told by a data analyst. Um, so that's what we have so far. But thank you so much for joining me, guys. Let's go ahead and open the. So I have a White Claw mango over here. Gonna start off with that, and yeah, just get through. Yeah, yeah, of course, Darren. And thank you for reminding me about that. It's great to see what you have going on. So the machine learning part is available on YouTube or Patreon only. Okay, so Chris, great question. So the in the video is always so all of my videos are available on YouTube. So even the machine learning video is going to be on YouTube. The notes are the part that are on Patreon. But even then, I always like do like a scan through of the notes where I like show the notes in the video that way I'm not withholding knowledge from anyone, but at the same time when you join the Patreon, one, you support me, and then two, it's just the convenience of having the notes available like in an easy to copy format. So Chris Jakowski, great question. The video will be available on YouTube. I'm probably going to shoot it tomorrow. I actually got a let me show you guys. I got a new camera. Okay, there we go. It is a Sony A6100. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's a Sony A6100. And the SD card I have inside it isn't like big enough to actually record a proper video in. So I just went to Best Buy to go buy a new SD card. So yeah, I'm really excited to use this and start shooting. I also bought a telephoto lens that'll like actually like let me like get some zoom shots. So I'm really excited to use this. Because what happened was like I actually like graduated college with like a ton of debt, so I didn't really have like the money to buy this kind of stuff like for the last like 4 years or so. And now I paid off my debt, so like I am really excited. I'm like buying stuff that I've been like holding off for 4 years, and this is one of those things. All right. Hey, bro, starting my first data job soon. Thanks for the tutorials. Great to hear that, Alan. If you don't mind me asking, what exactly is the job? And of course, only answer if you feel comfortable doing so. Sejal Locham, can you please help us in opening a market research company? Oh, I remember your comment on Twitter. Okay, I'll go ahead and get to it. I hear data analytics is big. Have you used Power BI and other BI tools? So actually, I got started off. Oh, Merida, Mexico. Awesome, awesome. Let me let's see where we're at. Let's see where Merida is. So I've gone to Mexico. Oh, it's in Yucatan. Nice. So I've gone to Mexico twice in the last 4 years to meet my friend in Mexico City. So I was hanging around in Mexico City, and I went to like Tasco and Tasco, Cuernavaca, and there was another Pueblo Mágico that I went to. For anyone not familiar, Mexico has like these like little towns all over the country that they call Pueblo Mágicos, or like magic towns, basically. That apparently are like I guess they're called that because they're like very like aesthetic places. They're very pretty. But beautiful, beautiful country. I want to see more of it. And I read this book recently called Vanishing Frontiers, which is basically a book about how economic forces are driving the United States and Mexico together, whether people like it or not, and like what those forces are. This is a really good book. I read it and it got me like really fascinated with Mexico. So great to see we have some people from Mexico here. Where did you go to college? I went to college at I don't know if you can tell, but it says Emory University. So I went to college at Emory. I'm not sure if that's easy to see or not. Um, All right, all right. Hello from Australia. All right. So I don't want anyone that was looking to actually see me code. I don't want to let you down. So let's go ahead and find a competition right now. So I've been looking through a couple of these, and I see that there are a couple of these seem to be like we need to like recognize images and stuff like that. So I'm gonna avoid those. I don't want to do the Titanic one just because like everyone does that. Although we might have to fall back on that if I can't find anything else. Tubular Playground Series, predict future sales. Okay, let's see how this one works. Okay, so this one, oh, interesting. Okay, so I guess you're provided with daily historical sales data. The task is to forecast the amount of products sold in every shop for the test set. Note that the list of shops and products slightly changes every month. Creating a robust model that can handle such situations is part of the challenge. Interesting. So this might actually be a little bit beyond my capabilities. Yo, Vignesh, Vasudevan, great. The Northwestern program is a great program, so congratulations to you. Tips, I would say the only tip I would offer is like really like try and get as many internships as you can because that'll give you the real life experience that companies like really care about whenever you join them. So welcome, Collins. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm doing it at a really off time, so like hopefully I can do a couple more of these. Mm. Oh, I'm already spilling on myself. All right. Oh, whoops, I got a little bit on my laptop. All right, so let's see what we have over here. We have a couple of data sets. If it comes down to it, we might just do the whole Titanic one, just so I actually do some coding with you guys. And thank you for telling me where you guys are all from. I love seeing the diversity of people we have over here. Um, Australia, what time is it now? It's probably like noon or something, right? Oh, 2:37 p.m. Wow, okay. All right, item ID. Man, this one actually looks a little bit complicated. And it's in, I want to say Russian, but I can't be for sure. It's some Cyrillic language. Oh, Mokba. Okay, I know that this is Moscow, so I'm guessing it's Russian. Uh, Louisiana. Nice, nice. I'm from Texas, so next door neighbors. Okay, so this, I don't know if I should do this one. Oh, I guess I could like, oh, okay, so I could just call the shops by their IDs. Nice, nice. Welcome from Panama. I was actually in Panama a couple of years ago. I was in Panama City. Absolutely beautiful. Loved it over there. Really, really beautiful city. Actually, like one of my I took a drone over there and let's see. It's actually a shot I'm very proud of. Let me see. Let me see. Uh, I definitely have it here somewhere because Panama City is absolutely beautiful. But oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess this is good enough. This isn't quite the shot, but like this is me in Panama City. So yeah, I've been to Panama. I love it over there too. Great, great country. Does machine learning really important for data analytics? So I want to be a data scientist, so that's why I want to. That's why I care about it. But like, there are so many jobs in data science that it doesn't, or in analytics that it doesn't matter. I recommend everyone watch this Joma Tech video. What really is data science? It actually is a really, really good video where he explains like how big data science really is. Welcome from India, Muzamil Khan. Come to Costa Rica. I definitely will. I really, really want to. Costa Rica is a beautiful country, and I really want to go there one day. So I recently finished my MS in data science. So I'm looking for a full-time position. I want to work as a data scientist. Might start as a data analyst and work into it. Nice, nice. Well, good for you, man. Okay, so let's see if I can do this one. We have to look at the data. Okay, so sample submission. Okay, trains. Okay, so our training data. Oh, shoot. Oh, wow. Okay, so this looks like a really complicated competition. All right, Jason. So I will get to your question in a second. I just want to see if I can make a little bit of progress on this Kaggle competition, and then we'll get to it. So data sets, Airbnb listings and reviews. Okay. Hmm. Okay, this actually might work for us. Okay, yeah. Let's just go ahead and do this. We won't do a competition, but let's go ahead and do this Airbnb data set. We'll just start analyzing and see what happens. So Airbnb. So for anyone that doesn't, so for anyone wondering what's going on, oh hey, Dave Mehta from India. It's great to see so many people from India. My family's from India as well, so definitely hoping to go sometime soon. How is the situation over there? I've seen COVID cases have gone down, but how is everything in India in relation to COVID? I know it's especially a couple of months ago it was quite bad. Ashish Sahu, what should I do after the data analytics? Try and like just do some real projects, like try and do some stuff on Kaggle. Oh, DMaster 2K5. Okay, awesome, awesome. Okay, well let's do this one then. Let's do it. Okay, so Airbnb data or Shashank. Okay, we'll just call it that. Okay. All right. Oh, and Jason. Okay, so if a product really needs machine learning, okay, that's a tough one. I would say usually machine learning is not, unless you have an experienced data scientist telling you, usually I guess you don't really start with machine learning. You kind of like you work with simpler techniques until you are at a point where you're like, oh, okay, this needs machine learning. Or it's something like natural language processing or something, or like image recognition, where these are like, very obvious use cases where like only machine learning works. So that's just a heads up. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so we brought in our data. And let me see what we have over here. So we have four different sets of data. We have listings, reviews, reviews data dictionary, and listings data dictionary. So let's go ahead and look at the data dictionaries first. They've already imported pandas, so let us create four file paths. So listings file path equals this over here. We'll say reviews file path equals this over here. Mozambique in India, vaccination started in full power. Everyone getting vaccinated. Okay, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Because I have so my family's all in Chennai, and I know like stuff in India is like very regionalized and like how stuff works. So I don't know how it works throughout the rest of the country. So reviews dictionary file path equals, and let's say that equals this one over here. Let me zoom in a little for you guys. That way it's easier for you to see. It isn't too bad of a competition. Some of the text variables can be a little bit tricky to input into a model, though. Ah, okay, okay. So that's good to know. All right, and then let's do listings data or listings dictionary file path equals this. Okay, so we have our file paths. Oh, this should be, yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna add a couple of these so I can like, I don't have to look at the bottom of the screen so much. Take a sip of our White Claw. Ooh, this is really good. Okay, so for anyone, if you like mango, I highly recommend the mango White Claw. It's good. Not sponsored, although if White Claw wants to sponsor me, let me know. Will data science career make you end up wearing eyeglasses? It does lead to a lot of eye strain. I'm just staring at computers all day. Like in a data science career, you will stare at a computer all day. So yeah, for sure. Study with me. I'm in Kerala. It was better than the country during the third wave, but because of the vaccine shortage, cases are rising again. Oh no, well stay safe for sure. Stay safe. Okay, so listings dictionary import equals pd.read underscore CSV. And then we're going to read in reviews. Huh, I'm surprised there's no code completion. Dictionary file path. Dictionary import. Okay, let's see what we got over here. So listing ID, review ID, review. Interesting. Okay. I'm not too sure what that does. And then let's see what the reviews file path is. It'll be reviews dictionary file path. Let's see what we got over here. Okay, well, I guess I'll just go ahead and look at the data then. That wasn't very helpful. How long did it take for you to master Python and land a job as a data analyst? So I was very lucky in that I was able to start, or I started my career as a data analyst. Like I just got the job immediately. And the first tool I used was something called Alteryx. And for anyone that doesn't know, Alteryx is kind of like Python with a GUI interface. So you can see over here, like you put together these little like blocks and it creates a data flow. And so I was really lucky that I like learned all of the skills of analytics, or like a lot of the like data manipulation skills, by using Alteryx. And I didn't have to actually know how to code in my first job. Me and my boss didn't know how to code in our first job, or in my first job. Um, but we were able to like help stand up the analytics implementation in our department, and quite frankly, like in the company as well. They weren't doing much in the way of analytics over there, and even today, I don't know if they really do. Um, Python, I think it took me a solid 3 months. I don't I haven't mastered it, so even today I haven't mastered it. But it took me like a solid 3 months to like get to a point where I could confidently like do stuff with it, and that was like studying all the time. And it changes from person to person. I'm not very good with coding, honestly. You put reviews file path into the dictionary, import variable also. Oh, yeah, good call. Good call. That's why it would be nice to have code completion. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. This makes a lot more sense. Perfect. So Akshat Pollard, thank you so much. Okay, so let's just go ahead and look at the reviews real fast. Dot read underscore CSV, and then it'll be the reviews file path. Ooh, okay, this is gonna be a big data set. Wow, 5 million. Okay, nice, nice. Okay, so listing ID, review ID, date, and reviewer ID. Okay, interesting. Hmm. Wait, listing ID, review ID, date, and reviewer ID. Oh, okay. So I kind of want to like predict the reviews given certain characteristics. Have you heard of Tableau? It can create graphs based off of CSV, but if you've heard of it, do you dislike using GUI to create graphs? Oh, no, I think Tableau is a lot smart. It's a much smarter way to create. So, I mean, as you can see over here, my company provides me with a Tableau license, and we use Tableau at Nordstrom. So, definitely recommend it. Highly, highly recommended. All right, so, and actually, maybe that might be the smarter way to do this. So let me go ahead and save this. Whoops. File. How do I save it? I'm guessing it like automatically saves or something. Okay, we'll look at it in a second. In that case, until then, let's go ahead and look at the listings data import equals pd dot read underscore CSV, and then let's go ahead and read in the listings data. Listings file path. There we go. It looks like it is a truly massive amount of data. Oh, okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Top right. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Yeah. No, I mean, this is what I love about these live coding sessions. I'm always learning stuff. And it's a Saturday night, right? So we have to have a little bit of fun. So let's make sure we have a little sip of our drink over here. Traffic ahead. Okay, cool. So it will save if it hasn't already saved. So someone brought up a good point. Since I have access to a Tableau license, I might just download the data and like plot it inside Tableau instead of trying to like make sense of it in using matplotlib and stuff. It's a great data set. Okay, so let's just download it. Yeah, let's just download it right there. All right. How do you stay healthy with a sedentary life? I don't. I am very out of shape. I need to work out, man. I definitely need to work out. Okay, cool, cool. We already have our data over here, so let's go ahead and open up Tableau, and let's go ahead and connect to a data set, personal, and then I think it's under, yep, you have to use a PC. Otherwise, Macs are awesome, and I love Macs. Otherwise, I mean, it really is a personal choice, unless you want to use Power BI, in which case you have to use a PC. So I would say overall, there's more software that works on PCs than Macs. So I would say that is definitely an a advantage. Okay, so I'm plotting the city over here, but it looks like so. What happens is because I didn't add an aggregation, Tableau is just plotting everything at the most central location it can. So I need to add listing ID to detail over here. Huh, weird. Why didn't it? Maybe there's a different. What is the ID of each row? Yeah, listing ID. Why isn't? Oh, maybe. I'm guessing all the listings are just in New York then. No, no, we have a couple of cities. Oh, okay. It's because we don't have a country. Okay. So Tableau is a little bit dumb, in that it doesn't like recognize that. Oh, you could have like stuff in like different parts of the world. Okay, let us do it a different way then. So we will add latitude, longitude, and then we will add the listing ID. Okay, so it looks like we have a couple of cities over here. So I don't want the listing ID to be a color, I want it to be a detail. So it looks like some city in China, um, Thailand, so Bangkok probably. I'm guessing this is Sydney, Australia. Maybe Cape Town, South Africa. A city in Turkey. Is that Istanbul's the one that's near Europe, right? Or is that Ankara? I'm guessing Rome, Italy. I guess Paris, France, New York. That's definitely Mexico City. And this is probably Rio. Istanbul. Okay, okay, cool. So that's definitely Istanbul. Okay, cool. So we have a couple of places over here. So here's what I'm thinking. Let's go and you guys see like this is the thing. It does the tool you use doesn't matter. So like, I could have tried doing this inside a Python notebook and everything, but then I'd have to code it. Too much work. I have access to Tableau and that's why I'm using it. Um, so I'm guessing that reviews it probably isn't the best idea to compare reviews from completely different cities with each other because for example like someone might complain about space in a New York City apartment the way they would or sorry someone would not complain about space in a New York City apartment whereas like if you went to Dallas Texas and you weren't given a lot of space in your apartment that's just a you could like actually like rate something badly for that. So I think I'm going to pick one city and just do the reviews for that city. So I'm going to probably pick New York just so I can guarantee English reviews. So like, I can actually understand what's being written. Or maybe, let's try Sydney. Ha, bow chicka wow wow, I hoard White Claws. Let's go. All right. Ohio, Ohio, welcome, welcome. Yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and only look at the stuff in New York City. So I'm just gonna highlight that and just say keep only. And that's just to keep everything simple, like we want to keep our analysis somewhat simple. So let's just go ahead and just do New York City. And let's see what other figures we have over here. So as you can see, it's taking a little while to parse through all this data. We have like, I forget if it was 240,000 rows or 2 million rows. Thank you very much for using Tableau. Yeah, dude, like it's all about, I think it's just use whatever tool makes the most sense for something. Now, obviously, like I think if you want to get a job in data science and analytics, you do have to know Matplotlib. But Matplotlib, in my opinion, is like rarely the best tool to use, especially when like you have like Plotly, which gives you like interactive graphs inside a Jupyter notebook. But even then, like stuff like Tableau is purpose built for this kind of stuff. So I would say definitely learn Matplotlib and everything, but use the tool that's best for whatever you're doing. Oh wow, okay. So we have a lot of freaking data points over here. This is all over New York. It's not even one borough or anything. I was hoping to just have like Manhattan or something, but okay, that's fine. We can work with this. Okay, so let's see what else we have over here. So we'll call this basic map. And then let's go ahead and see like what amenities there are. So I saw that the amenities, oh, you know what? Wait, cancel. I want to limit. So what I'm going to tell Tableau is only keep the listing ID, or you know what? Here's probably a better way to do it. Take the city, filter it to New York, and just tell it to like only include stuff in New York. So we're gonna say, okay, right click, apply to worksheets, all using this data source. Okay, so, oh, interesting. Yeah, dude, you were right. So there was a who was the one that said that? DK Master 2K5, or D Master 2K5. You were right. Like this is gonna be annoying as hell to parse out. So as you guys can see, the amenities section is like, oh man, that yeah, that's gonna be difficult. Okay. Okay, so we know, okay, at least we know what amenities we have or how amenities works. Amenities. And let's see what else we have. Okay, so district, maybe district would be. Oh, cool. Okay, okay, okay. So we even have district over here. Nice. So what we can do is we can just like limit it to Manhattan in that case. Again, like there's so much data over here, we probably don't have to look at all of it. I wonder how many points do we have? Let's see. I can select all of these. And that's 16,000 points still. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, there's Central Park right there. All right, so let's just look at yeah, let's just look at stuff in Manhattan, honestly. Okay, what else do we have? Host acceptance rates. Oh, because we have some null values. Oh, whoops, I did not mean to do that. Let's see. Okay, so about 6,000 of our hosts have a null acceptance rate. So I'm not too sure what we're going to do about that. Like, because the acceptance rate sounds like something that might be an important thing, and I'm not too sure how we can impute that when like it looks like a large section of them are null. What else do we have? Host has profile pic. Okay, okay. But almost every host has a profile pic, so not having a profile pic might give you an automatically like lower rating, but it doesn't look like profile pics would probably be that important. Host ID, host identity verified. Again, almost it looks like almost everyone is verified. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to remove acceptance rate because, or well, I'm not going to remove acceptance rate. I'll remove host has a profile pic. Um, and host identity verified. Superhost is interesting. Okay, so that's a minority of people. Okay. Host location. Oh, interesting. Huh, there's like hosts from India with like properties in New York City. Interesting. Yeah, so I think host location doesn't sound like it'd be that important either. Because we have like, a lot of data over here, so I'm not too sure if I want to include all of it. I think for our project, we just removed the amenities column, but thinking about it now, I wonder if you can create a bunch of dummy variables for each amenity. It has 0 through 1. Yeah, so I was actually thinking about doing that. The only thing is I'm worried about like how badly that'll explode the data. So how about that? Let's go ahead and explore our amenities column. So we have this, right? So what I want to do is let's go back to our workbook over here. And then we're going to go to the host amenities. So listings data import. And then let's see, limiting data to Manhattan, New York. All right. Limited, so we'll call it limited listings equals listings data import. And then we'll say, oh, wait, dot copy. So I like to make copies of the data. That way, in case I mess up anything, I don't have to like reload all the data and everything. So, and then we'll say limited listings equals PD dot, or well, no, sorry, we'll do, it equals itself, limited listings. I'm surprised there's no code completion. Does anyone know if like Kaggle notebooks have code completion? This is kind of annoying to have to type everything out. And then I want the city column to equal New York. Okay, so there's a key error. Is city not a column? I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was called city. Hey, Tofet, give me 1 minute and I'll get to you. Um, okay, so let's see what we have over here. So limited listings dot columns. Oh, this, okay, the C shouldn't be capitalized most likely. Okay, cool. And let us do that. And then we will also say, and limited listings district equals Manhattan. Cool. Okay, so we've limited our data. So hi, Tofet Femi, thank you for joining. So right now we're just exploring the data. I'm not really, I'm thinking I'm just going to try and predict the reviews for properties inside Manhattan, New York City, given the information that we have over here. So that's what I think we're going to be doing. This is Airbnb data, by the way. Okay, cool. So we have about 16,000 rows, like I saw earlier. And then let's go ahead and look at the amenities column. So we're going to do limited listings and dmaster 2k5. Okay, so I think the first thing we're going to do is let's go ahead and try and take that amenities column and explode it and just see what happens, because I'm thinking that that is probably where we'll see a lot of value. So dmaster 2k5, let me know if you can tell me what accuracy you guys were getting. Let's see if we can get something close to that. Amenities. Okay, cool. So okay, so how would we do this? So let's try and like list this out. So we could like combine all of the amenities um, into one list. Yeah, so we can combine all the amenities into one list. Then after that, what we would do, make a column for each new amenity. So we're going to make a column for each amenity. And then what are we going to do? We're going to take all. Can you link the name/info of the competition, please? Yes. Let's see. Control C. There you go. That is the data set I am looking at right now. So take all rows and 0 or 1 for each amenity. Amenity. I think I spelled it right. Okay, guys, so I know how to do steps 1 and 2. I'm not too sure how to do the third step, so you guys might have to help me out with this one. So let's go ahead and do this. So amenities, so limited listings, amenities. And I guess let's just go ahead and make a for loop for this. So amenities equals a blank list. So we're going to take every single row and just append everything in there and then like get every unique value. Okay, so all amenities for I in that. So you're going to get a list. Whoops. All, man, no code completion is super annoying. Plus equal. So plus equals means we're going to like add stuff in there. So like all amenities plus equals. So what plus equals does is it says like take this thing and then add something to it. So it's this. I guess I'll show you in a second. I think it's a tab key for auto completion. Okay, I'm gonna try that for the next one. So because usually like something like pops up in the bottom, which will like tell me what's going on. Um, oh, whoops. So just for anyone that's wondering, that's what that looks like. Okay, so Ade Satya Wahana says, I think you can use count vectorizer from sklearn and use binary. Okay, let's see what that is. So count vectorizer. What is this? So convert a collection of text documents into a matrix of token counts. Interesting. Okay. Do they have an example? Okay, so count vectorizer. Interesting. Okay, this might be one implementation. I'll definitely like remember this one. So we'll put this over here when we get to it. Let's get back to this over here. What's the difference between plus one and append? I think append, I don't know if append, I think append might append the entire list to it. I'm not 100% sure. Um, if someone knows better, they can like let me know. So let's go ahead and run that. Oh, and you know what? Let's go ahead and also up here. There we go. Import TQDM and then TQDM around this whole thing. Huh, weird. Do I have to do TQDM notebook? Right, I forgot. It's from TQDM import TQDM. So TQDM is a like progress bar that you can use on your for loops just to see how fast they're going. There we go. Okay, cool. So we got that to work. And then let's see all amenities. Huh, interesting. Wait, so for I in limited listings amenities, but I shouldn't give me each individual. So because it looks like every individual letter was added, which is like not at all what I was going for. Okay, so let's try this. Print I. Let's see what happens. Yeah, exactly. So it should. Yeah, so it's giving me. So all amenities plus equals I, and then what we want to do for I and TKD unlimited listing. So why is this? Or maybe I'm reading it wrong. Yeah, no. Why is it giving me? Maybe it should be dot append. The amenities column is you're right, you're right, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It's true. Okay, 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 okay. That's true. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, wow. Okay. No, that's actually really difficult to work with. Okay, so I think then what we could do instead. Yeah, yeah, no, no, no. You're 100% right. That's exactly what's happening. So if, for example, it looks like a list, but it's not actually a list. Yeah, I got to split it. You're right. Yeah, so this is a string over here. Okay, so I guess I could split it by the commas and then get rid of the quotation marks and the brackets. So let's go ahead and do this. Hey, I'm a couple minutes behind on the live stream, but there's a one hot encoding for Python for the ones and zeros? Yes, there is. You're right. There's a function in Python to convert string that looks like a list into an actual list, I believe. Interesting. Okay, so Python convert string that looks like list to list. Ah, interesting. Python comes with batteries included. That problem is solved by ast.literal eval. Great call, dmaster2k5. String dot. Okay, yeah. So there's a couple of ways to handle this. I think I'm going to go with this one over here, just because it seems a bit easier. So import ast, and then we can do that. So import ast, use to convert string that looks like list into list. Okay. So we'll call this temp list equals ast.literal eval I, and then all amenities plus equals uh, temp list. Hey, there we go. Great job, great job. I worked with something like this on my internship, exact same problem, and this made it so much easier. Dude, DMaster, you're 100% right. Great call, great call. And this is what I love about these live streams. I'm always learning something. I did not freaking know this was a thing. Amazing. So, Zach Jackson, to your point, string split would have worked, but it would have taken a couple of more lines of code. And this is definitely the easier method. Okay, cool. So we have this now, and we have a list of every single amenity. Of course, there's like repeating stuff in here. Oh, and you know what? Let's go ahead and just get rid of the stuff in like all the repeating stuff in here. Yeah, dude, that is really, really cool. Right vending machine. I did not know that this was a thing. Okay, so if I in all amenities, or if I not in all amenities, then just go ahead and add it. Otherwise, let it pass. So it's going to take a bit longer because it's a, yeah, yeah, no, dude. Hey, dmaster2k5, great call out. And this is what we're all here for. We're all here to learn. So great call. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm checking if each item I is already inside all amenities, just to make sure that like this is just one way of making sure I don't like duplicate items in my items in my list. Probably not the fastest way as it's possible. All right, cool. I don't think I've seen anything duplicate, but oh no 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 no, I see kitchen. Okay, interesting. Okay 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 okay. No, this is my fault. So for I in TQDM all amenities, for I in temp or for X in temp list. So I need to do a double loop. This is not the best way to do it, but you know, we're not here to do it the best way. If X not in all amenities, um, all amenities. Okay, so for X in temp list, if X not in all amenities plus equals X. Ooh, this might be a little bit too slow. Let's see. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. This is way too slow. Logically simpler, but definitely too slow. There we go. Is it dot set is what we do, or do we do, I think we do, there we go. Okay. Yep, that's it. So Abinas Neopane, yep, you're right. Converting it to a set is definitely the easier way. Huh, that was a lot faster. Yeah, so I think what I'll do, um, so set all amenities. And can I just turn that into a list? Oh, cool. Okay, perfect. All right, great call. So we'll call this full amenities list. Oh, hey, okay, so okay, that's how you autocomplete. Yeah, you're right. Just use tab. Okay, cool. Great. So we have like a fast way to do it and like an accurate way of doing it. Great call. Okay. Okay, so now what we need to do. Okay, so if you guys remember the steps, we've converted all the amenities into one list. We can easily make a column for each amenity. I'm not too sure how to take all of the rows and zero one for each amenity. So we would basically have to go through every row. Hmm. Okay, this one's going to be a little bit harder. So now how do we actually convert this into a bunch of zeros and ones? Does a set alphabetize the elements? I don't know. Python set alphabetize. Ah, okay. So if you enclose a set within a list, it apparently sorts stuff for some reason. I don't know why. To answer your question, that's apparently what happens. Okay, so now let's go ahead and see if we can. Let's go ahead and see if we can do an Ethernet connection. Wow, okay, some of this stuff's really interesting. Generic vegan body soap. Okay, I guess that's an amenity. Ah, okay, and then it looks like there's okay, so I thought amenities was a column that like I thought amenities was like not like a free written column that like you actually had to like pick from some list of amenities, but it looks like you can kind of like write anything because like toiletries is just written out as a amenity. So full amenities list. Okay, so now we have all the amenities. So now what we need to do is we need to take all rows and 0 or 1 for each amenity. Hmm. This is a tough one. Oh, interesting. Okay, no. Anyone have any ideas for this one? I actually have no idea how to do this. Someone mentioned count vectorizer over here. Yeah, it's definitely going to blow up the data. And I don't, so since we're just doing this tonight, I don't think like, what I would like to do. So if I was actually like doing this as like a real business problem, what I would probably do is start grouping amenities towards like with like, so you could do alphabet list if you want it ordered outside the set, I believe just personal preference. Oh, okay, so that's answering something else. Hmm. Full amenities list. There's a one hot encoding pandas function for that. Yeah, so there's something called like get dummies. I'm not too sure if it would work for this though. So pandas get dummies on list per row. Ah, okay, wait, yeah, yeah. So this is the exact question we have right here. Okay, cool. Using S for your data frame groups. Yeah, yeah. So if I was doing like real life, if I was doing this like for a company, I would take an entire day and just like group out the stuff and then go from there. But like, no way we're doing that right now. Interesting. Pandas.getDummies, s apply pd.series.stack. Okay, let's see what we get over here. I'm just gonna copy this code. Yeah, I'll be honest, great call out. So let's try this. Okay, so the logic of this is, and for anyone wondering, like this is what the real data science process looks like. Like you run into you want to try something some way, and you run into this problem, you don't necessarily know how to do it, you know? Also, we're almost done with this, so ooh, that was good. Okay. And thank you guys so much for staying. This is like interesting for me because it's like one of the harder things I'm doing. Okay, so, hmm, pd.getDummies, s apply p.series.stat. Okay, so let us try. But I'm trying to see. He says PD series. I'm wondering what's supposed to go over here. Oh, this is where you just put in the series. Okay, so you put in the series over here. Hi, bun. So let's try this. I'm just admit we all do bow to Stack Overflow. Welcome, Ponani. Again, if you guys are just joining and you don't mind putting in where you're from, I'm always interested to see what people are up to and where they're from. So my name is Shashank, and I'm a data analyst working at Nordstrom in Seattle, and I'm currently in Denver. How many hours have Stack saved for all of us? Yes, 100%. Limited listings amenities. All right, let's see what happens over here. For me, each amenity in the list looks like a token in NLP, so I would go with count vectorizer. S is not defined. S.apply. Oh. Okay, okay, okay. So, should be that. Santa Clara, nice, nice. Barbados, awesome. Hey, thank you guys so much for joining. Great to hear you. Great to hear from you. Okay, so it looks like our battery's a little bit low, so let me move somewhere where I can get a charger. Egypt, cool, cool. Really cool country. I definitely want to visit one day. Okay, so we'll put this over here. In the U.S., finishing IS degree in December. Just finished working on a personal project and thought I'd drop in. Hey, well, it's great to see you, Zach Jackson. Thank you guys so much for joining. Okay, so plug this in. Okay, so I don't think this did what I was looking for it to do. Hmm. Okay, so this looks like it. Okay, so Sarthak Bhatnagar says you could probably apply topic modeling on the corpus. I'm guessing he means corpus. Um, which for anyone wondering, corpus just refers to like a body of words that you can like it's a term used in natural language processing. It refers to like all the words inside something. Yeah, get 5 to 6 categories and then dummy them. Yeah, I do think that yeah, that would definitely be an accurate way to do it, or that would definitely be one way to do it. Okay, so this is not what we're looking for, but this is. I mean, I'm glad I learned this. This itself is cool, but this is not what we're looking for. Huh? Multi-label binarizer. Hey, okay, so Zach Jackson, I think this might be similar to what you were mentioning about the count vectorizer. Yeah, so let's go ahead and try this. So I don't think that worked exactly as I was expecting it to. So let's go ahead and try this. From sklearn.preprocessing, import multi-label binarizer. Okay, so we have our data frame. Okay, let us see how this works. It's amazing that you can just copy code from Stack Overflow. Like I wonder, is there like one developer that all like eventually all like answers like come to, and this one developer is like the source of all answers in reference to coding? I mean, obviously no, it's just a I'm just wondering if that's like because I wonder how many of us just copy and paste code from like Stack Overflow, and it's like, where did this actually come from? And like, what if that person like just copied code from Stack Overflow? All right, let's try this. DF is not defined. Where did I put DF? Oh, Chennai, India. Hey, there you go, my people. My family's from Chennai as well. Ah, okay. So multi-label binarizer separates it into a bunch of different. Okay, so it separates it into numbers. Okay, so we finished our White Claw. So we had a White Claw mango just now. So that's done. The next I'm gonna have is this like mango margarita. Looks really good. Found it at Total Wine. Thanks for your hard work. It's very useful to see how you work your way through this project. Hey, well, thank you so much for joining the Fighter Jet. I'm having fun with this. Getting drunk on a Saturday night while like trying to figure out how to solve data science problems. That's a dream, isn't it? Okay, so multi-label binarizer is not doing exactly what I wanted to, but it seems to be close. Maybe there's like a. I feel like this is like half the solution. Transform between iterable of iterables and a multi-label format. That can it's a pretty cool can, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, although a list transfer and converts between this intuitive format and supported multi-label format. Hmm. So I feel like this is like almost there, but not quite. Hmm. Okay, guys, so we're stuck at square one still. Well, okay, and actually, like, wait, let me check this count vectorizing thing and make sure. Okay, so converts a collection of text documents into a matrix of token count. Ah, so Magmatic 91. Okay, so yeah, for anyone just joining, what happens is we have a data set over here called Airbnb something, and basically just like gives a bunch of Airbnb data, and we're trying to predict the reviews. And we have one column called amenities, right? And in the amenities column, it's just a list of amenities, and it's a list of let me show you. It looks like this, right? And we're trying to one hot encode all of this data into a bunch of different columns. Is it because you use the default text column, which hasn't been transformed to be a list? Oh, you know what? Maybe that actually might be it. Okay, 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 okay. So let's try this then. Okay, so Adi Satya Wahana, I think you might be onto something. Oh wow, that is strong. Jeez. Okay, so I think you're onto something here. So let's go ahead and let's bring out that code that dmaster2k5 mentioned. So let's go ahead and bring this out. I hate scrolling through all this stuff. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to create a series. So basically I want to, oh, you know what? You know what I want to do? This is what I want to do. Limited listings, and then we'll create a new column. We'll call it real men real amenities, and then we'll say it equals limited listings amenities dot apply um, and we'll do a lambda function lambda x and then we'll say AST dot literal underscore eval. Okay, so now we have a column called limited listings, real amenities that should be actual lists. Okay, so Ade Satya Wahan, this is to try and get your idea to work. Let us go ahead and do this and see what happens. There we go. We did it. So huge thank you to everyone. First of all, to dmaster2k5 for recommending this whole freaking import AST class. My God, no one knew about this. This is amazing. And then to Zach Jackson for recommending count vectorizer, which led me to, I think I used a multi-binarizer. And then to Ade Satyawahan for pointing out, oh, it's because it's still a text instead of a list. Awesome. Okay, nice. Welcome, Doug Dimadan. Dan, welcome, welcome. Great to see you again. Yeah, group effort. Let's go, guys. Okay, so for anyone wondering what we just did, let's clean up this notebook and start doing some notations. It's very important for us to to annotate our notebook. That way everyone knows what's going on. 2 seconds. Let me get some water. I'm very dehydrated. Okay, 1 second. I need a charger for my phone, so just grabbing that right now. All right, so let us charge this. Sorry, guys, just had to grab a charger from my phone and get some hydration. I definitely do not want to wake up hungover tomorrow. Okay, so for anyone just joining, let me do a quick overview. My name is Shashank. I'm a data analyst working at Nordstrom in Seattle, but I'm currently in Denver. And we are drunk coding. I'm not actually drunk, but basically we're having a couple of drinks. I'm currently having a mango margarita inside a dope can, and we are coding. And we're trying to take this Airbnb data set, which basically has a bunch of information, and then like the review of like a given property, and trying to predict that review using data science. So the problem we ran into recently is that there's a column called amenities. Uh, let's see. Yeah, right over here. And originally we wouldn't have been able to use that column because it was basically a list of lists. So like it looked kind of like, or it looked like this. So that we wouldn't have been able to use this originally. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to like be able to one hot encode it, basically like transform it into something that we could actually use. And after a bunch of hand wrangling, we finally got to a point where we were able to transform the data to something like this. And it was a very much a group effort. So got our data transformed. Let's go ahead and clean up this notebook a little bit. That way we know what's going on. So let's just say importing new libraries and data. So we import all the data over here. Easy enough to understand. Limiting data to Manhattan, New York. We don't want to or more than that, like in order to remove unnecessary data, we're limiting this to just one region of one city, Manhattan, New York. So we did that. We want to one hot encode the amenities column so that we can more easily use it. Cool, cool. All right, so we're just noting down what we're doing in this workbook. Okay, and then we didn't end up using this code over here. So I'm going to get rid of this cell. How do you delete a cell? Delete cell, there we go. And we ended up using, did we use this one? Yeah. Okay, okay. So I need to add this to the data set. So do you recommend Brave? I'm using Chrome, but it's so slow for multiple BigQuery windows, and Firefox doesn't support a couple of internal apps on my work. Yeah, so Brave is awesome, but Brave doesn't work on every single website out there. So for example, like because I do YouTube, right, I need to access Google's AdSense website. AdSense doesn't work on like the website to like get your like numbers and like metrics and stuff like that. It doesn't work on Brave. So I still have Chrome on my computer for that. But other outside of that, Brave's been very, very good for me. There's just like a website here and there it doesn't work for. So limited listings. Okay, let's go ahead and create a new, and we'll call this one hot or amenities encoded. We'll call it that. And then let's go ahead and do delete cells. Okay, and let's go ahead and add in a coding section, or I mean a code cell, where we do amenities added equals listings data. That's what we're working with right now, right? Limited listings. We're working with limited listings. Dot copy. Again, I like to make copies just so that like if I mess up a step, it's easy enough to add. And then what we need to do now is we need to do amenities added equals pd.concat amenities underscore added, and and I need to put this inside a list. Amenities encoded. And then we're going to do axis equals 1, I think. I think that's what we want. And basically what we're doing is we're just like joining it together like that. Yep, yep. Okay, so the number of rows has not changed, which is important. Okay, cool. So I'm curious. Okay, so we've dealt with amenities right now. What are the other columns we have to worry about? Oh man. Okay, so the name could be very, very useful. So what if we took the name, Internet Explorer funny. Hey guys, what do you guys think if we took the name and we put it inside a sentiment analysis analyzer, so some algorithm that like did sentiment analysis and then gave it a like positive, negative rating. But I don't know how well that would work because everything is positive, obviously. Like no one's going to describe their property and say like this is a piece of crap or like don't come here. Um, but I'm trying to figure out like what to do with this over here. You know what? You know what? I kind of have a feeling that the when I see like cute and lovely and amazing over here, it seems to me that the first word is always some or is generally some positive descriptive word. So maybe we could use that. I'm not too sure. It's possible that we could use that. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that there's a better way to do this? I'm also thinking about dropping the host location. I don't know if that I mean, I guess like a host that's in New York would probably generally have a higher rating than a host that's like somewhere else. Perhaps classified into a size. Yeah, yeah. So for anyone wondering what we're doing right now, we're doing something called feature engineering. And when you're doing data science, right, like everyone thinks it's like machine learning and everything, like even like this part of it. But like the thing is, my understanding is that like while machine learning is important, the you're going to spend so much of your time just preparing the data to be ingested by a machine learning algorithm. Um, so, for example, DMaster 2K5 has recommended that we do classifying it into a size, and that would be a form of feature engineering where basically we're going to take a feature, which is just a column, like a column of data is called a feature, and we're going to be adding a new feature. That's one form of feature engineering. So, hey, you know what, DMaster 2K5? Why not? Why not? It's a Saturday night. We're doing crazy things tonight. Okay. Um, get rid of that. Gonna add a couple gonna add a couple of code cells. Uh, adding a column for the length of the name column. Okay, let's see what we got over here. So we're gonna take the amenities added, name length, and it will literally be the name dot apply, and we're gonna do another lambda function, lambda x, length of x. Huh, object type of float has no length. Hmm. So I wonder it's probably talking about this NaN over here. So what we first have to do is I see studio and one bedroom, so those may be considered smaller listings. Ah, interesting. Okay. Yeah, so you know what? Let me first like analyze this column. So let's go back to our Tableau workbook. Again, whenever you don't have to write code, I'd say like why write it? Okay, so we want to take the name. Let's just see what we have over here. Yeah. I'm seeing one bedroom a lot. You're right. So, okay. Hmm. Clean, comfortable, cozy, great. So it seems to me, I kind of have a theory, again, that the first word is very indicative of like what's going on over here. So you for example, you have like great or like heart or like home or like I mean huge like there's just these huge groups of like interesting. Krishna budget one bedroom. For anyone that doesn't know, Krishna is like a Hindu god. That's just interesting. Someone would name their fights New York City hunger. Interesting. Okay. Um, anyways, it looks like the first word. Yeah, I totally can. Let me know if you guys have an interesting data set you want me to work with. So, okay, I have a couple of ideas over here. I think there's a couple of features we can get here. So originally I was thinking using the name column to determine the size of the listing, but then I remember that there are other yeah, there probably is a column that yeah, see bedrooms for example. This one like probably describes the number of bedrooms there are. So we probably don't have to do it for that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pull out the first word in each listing because it looks like that means something, and like maybe like saying lovely is more profitable than saying like great or something like that, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out that. So pulling out the first word of each listing. Why didn't this work? This worked. So this didn't work. Or okay, so let's not do the length. Or I don't know. Actually, maybe the length's a useful feature as well. Why not add it in there? But I think what I need to do first is I need to do a fill in A. Yeah, guys, let's just try it. Let's see what happens. And I don't know. I want to see if I can get a little bit more participation from everyone over here. So for anyone just joining, for anyone that's been here for a while, like I'm gonna be like reporting stuff. I mean, sorry, repeating stuff quite a bit, only because people like join and like leave all the time. For anyone just joining, let me know where you're from. You know, what are you up to? Where are you from? Why are you watching me on a Saturday night? And for anyone just joining, also who wants to know what we're doing, we're trying to classify reviews in an Airbnb dataset on a Saturday night, and we're having a nice mango margarita. So this is like drink number 3 for me. So let me know if can you guys still hear me? So my AirPods just died, and I want to make sure that you guys are still able to hear me. So if someone could let me know if like I'm still like audible or not, because the AirPods just died, I want to make sure that that wasn't the only audio source there was. Okay, so let's go ahead and what we're gonna do. We're going to pull out the first word. Sunday morning. So Darth Lothens, where are you from? If you don't mind telling us. So we're gonna do a dot fill na. Okay, perfect. I'm glad you guys can hear me. Eric Soriano. Eric, I haven't heard from you either. Where are you guys? Where are you from? If you don't mind letting us know. And obviously, if you want to keep that private, you're 100% allowed to. Just wanted to know. And we're gonna fill NA with just like a blank like that. Let's see if that works. Oh, whoops. This should be amenities added. Okay, cool. So for anyone that was wondering, we were getting that float error because of the NaN. So that's why I just fixed it by just filling in those NAs with like blanks. Sweet. I'm glad everyone can hear me. Mexico, cool. Where in Mexico? So I visited Mexico recently, and I was in. I went to Mexico City both times. Man, this margarita hits hard. I would never know to analyze the first word theory if it wasn't for all that calculus I learned. Nice. Okay. So we have our name length column over here. Awesome. And then let's go ahead and add in the first word. So how do I get the first word? I think I can do it like this. So let's try this out. We won't commit any of the changes yet. .string.split 0. Does that work? Sunday morning, 8:55 a.m., Nairobi, Kenya. Awesome. Darth Lowens from India. Okay. Migrating from mechatronics, which is a career I studied, into data science. Hey, well, power to you, Eric Soriano. Let's see. So string split. What am I doing wrong over here? Wait, so what if I just do string split? What happens? Okay. And then I want just this first word over here. So first word of pandas string splits. Hey, thank you so much, Eric. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. And let me know if there's like any more content you guys want me to do. So it's a little bit of a, there's a little bit of a, like a, I don't want to say struggle, but a little bit of like a thing where I'm going on over here where like on one end, I do want to go keep doing like the analyst content and like teach people like, okay, like here's how you become an analyst. On the other hand, I want to share the journey I'm going on where I'm like becoming a data scientist myself, or I'm, you know, trying to. And that like dichotomy is of like, you know, like how do I like balance out these videos? Because like, for example, like doing the data science videos can be kind of intimidating sometimes for the people that are just like becoming data analysts. And so like it's, I try and do like both types of videos, but it's a little bit difficult sometimes. 757 Cape Town, South Africa. Slowly getting my feet wet with data science. I'm currently studying actuarial science. Hey, badass. Actuarial science is pretty damn cool. And South Africa, I hope everything's okay over there. Again, forgive me for my ignorance. I watched a documentary recently on, I think it was Durban, South Africa, that was talking about how there's some civil unrest going on over there. I don't know if that is at all, you know, the situation in South Africa, or if that's like what's going on in like Cape Town or not. But if it is, I hope you're doing okay. Okay, so df.l, wait, so I have a data frame. I would like to remove the series string from the corresponding ID. Aruba, okay, cool. It's string split 0. Oh, is it that easy? Oh, okay. So what did I do? Ah, okay. So probably, okay. So the problem over here is when there isn't anything to split. You sound like Dr. K. Who's Dr. K? I think you need an apply. Okay. Wait. Okay. So some string dot partition. What's partition? So is it? Oh, hey. Hey, Zach Jackson, way to go. That's, and then I want dot ilock all columns. I just want the first. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Chris Desai. Yeah. Hey, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. He said he knew you. So really cool to see that. And Zach Jackson, you're the realist. There you go. That's how we do it. I saw Quantopian on your bookmarks. May I ask you if you're interested in algo trading? Oh, yeah, there you go. For anyone wondering, let me make sure that it... So Quantopian was a quantitative trading platform that existed, and then they just shut down one day. But they used to have all these like notebooks on like how to actually like become like a quant trader. I don't know. It's difficult because so to answer Magmatic91, it's difficult because on one end, I think that quantitative finance is a very interesting subject. On the other hand, like, I'll be 100% honest, the idea of just like spending all that time trying to make money on the stock market is just kind of, I don't know. I don't find it particularly interesting. So I guess I would say I'm interested in it, but not like that much. Dr. K is the Twitch/YouTube psychologist. That's super cool. You literally have his voice. Okay, I'll look up. Let's see what we got here. I'll have to look him up on YouTube. So Dr. K Twitch. This guy.
Like even Sheesh. Do you know Sheesh? You can call me Harry.
June? Okay. June it is then. Are we going to be able to... Are we doing a video interview today, June?
Oh, hey, yeah. I can see it. Yeah. I kind of sound like the guy. Quant is it is very difficult, yeah. And then Karabo Marima, yeah, it got pretty bad quickly, but it was only a few areas in the country and only lasted like 5 days. Okay, okay. Well, I hope you're staying safe. Um, yeah, okay. Yeah, so I don't think my laptop can I think my laptop automatically cancels out any of the sound that comes into itself, so I don't think I can do that, but so we're gonna call this column first word. So let's see what we got here. Amenities added. Okay, cool, cool. Okay, so now that we've done a couple of stuff, guys, let's just try putting in an algorithm. Let's just see what we got going on. Okay. So I'm going to use a CatBoost algorithm because CatBoost allows you to literally. So CatBoost, for anyone that doesn't know, is made by CatBoost is made by Yandex, the Russian corporation. So Ego Navaldi, my sis works on some kind of data analysis HRD, but she felt so stressed. I'm just wondering which is more stressful between being a data analyst and web dev, because right now I feel like I'm in between. That's a tough one. So for anyone does anyone else have any answers for Ego Navaldi as to which one is more stressful? I don't really know because I feel like it's so dependent on the company and the job. I don't know if you could say one is more stressful than the other. But if anyone has any answer for them, let them know. I've done a little bit of both. And I don't know if I can tell you one is more stressful than the other. Okay, so we're going to use CatBoost because CatBoost works really well with categorical variables. Zero work experience. Do 1 or 2 projects on some data you're very, very interested in. And then from there, just go ahead and see what, start applying to jobs. So Rodolfo, I would definitely say do your best to apply to as many jobs as possible. I'll show you guys something. Oh shoot, I don't, yeah, because I don't want to just expose my entire Google Drive right now. So let me show you guys something. So the job I have currently, where are we? Yeah, so for the job I have currently, I mean, you guys might see over here, I have 80 different resumes over here of all the companies I applied to. And I don't even think this is all of them because some of them are on my old laptop. The point being that even for well, I don't want to say even for me. It was difficult for me to even to find the job that I have right now, as in it, you numbers are important, especially early in your career. So yeah. Sorry, 1 second. My girlfriend's out with her friends right now, and she just texted me saying she's okay. So I just want to text her, make sure she's all good. Stream. All right. Okay, back to it. Yeah, and Benjamin's 100% right. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's just try CatBoost. So let's just start modeling it out right now. We have a couple of features. So let's go ahead and find that review column first. So sorry, did you make a different resume for each job you applied to? Yes, I did. I think part of it was okay, so I'll be 100% honest with you guys. Part of it is also just the length of experience I have is not that much. And at the risk of sounding a little bit cocky, I think it is the amount of experience I have, I think doesn't communicate the level of skill or effort I'm willing to put into my job. And it's difficult to communicate something like effort that you're willing to put into your job. You can communicate that in an interview, but it's difficult to communicate that in a resume, which is why once I got the interview, it was easy to get the job. but getting the interview was hard. So like for me, once I get the interview, I'm more or less set as far as the job is concerned. I haven't failed an interview. But getting that like step into the interview was very, very difficult for me. And I think it's because the jobs I was applying to, I technically didn't have the experience level they were looking for, but I also like believe I like deserved a job of a certain level. So that's a little bit difficult. So Rodolfo, I had a quality control job that had nothing to do with DA, but I found something on the job which was lacking to the whole project on the side, which used all the 6 steps. And yeah. Hey, Benjamin, hey, badass. That's exactly what you need to be doing. That's one excellent way to do it. All right, so let's go ahead and see what columns we have over here. There's a review column we want to go look at. Oh, whoops. Oh, I want an actual list of the entire thing. Okay, so yeah, Zach Jackson, and I would definitely say don't sell yourself short. I had when I started, the thing is like I think part of it was also like the time I was applying because I was applying in like November, December in the US. And I think that was also not a great time to apply, honestly, because people were still not sure what direction COVID would go in. And so I think that if I were, say, I'd done the exact same thing, but I'd applied like now, I think I'd be a lot better off. Because what happened was all of a sudden, like a bunch of job offers, or not job offers, a bunch of interviews just started coming in. And like I passed all of those interviews. And eventually I decided to accept Nordstrom because like they had like by far the best offer, and like it was again it's an excellent company. I love working for them. For anyone wondering, we actually are offering jobs at Nordstrom right now. Let me know if you're interested. We're hiring for a so let me see if I can show you guys like what Kenji's got going on. For anyone wondering, we have. I have a LinkedIn post over here. If anyone wants, you can like follow me on LinkedIn. I'll try and post more jobs that I'm doing. And you'll see we have a couple of jobs available. We have, manager of data science analytics, senior data scientist 2, data analyst 2, and a couple of other jobs as well. So Nordstrom is hiring like crazy. We do H-1B sponsoring as well if you're interested. So if anyone's interested, let me know. Oh, hey, Banamex. Yeah, I do know them. For an entry-level job as a data scientist, the first test will be Tuesday. I'm really excited and nervous. Hey, Eric Soriano, good luck. Everyone wish Eric Soriano good luck on his test. And make sure you come to next week's live stream. That way you can tell us how well you did. Oh, shoot. Okay. Data inventory deploy. So there's also a data analyst level 2 job on my team specifically, and you sound like you have the skill, like more than necessary skills to do it. So dmaster 2k5. I don't know. Like I don't know if you're comfortable like just giving your name on YouTube. If not, you have me on LinkedIn. Message me, I guess. I'm not really sure how I can come. This is the problem with YouTube. YouTube doesn't have a DM feature, which is really annoying. All right, so let's go ahead and get like the review score rating over here. Thanks so much, Ponani. Hey, great. We're all here to encourage each other. So, Eric, yeah, you're gonna do bomb. You're gonna like do really, really good on it. So, best of luck to you. Okay, so I think this is what we want to be predicting. No work experience, but degree in analytics. Do one project really, really well, and present that project at your interviews. And basically, in your interviews, make sure you like really hammer that home. And I'll be creating a video where I like recommend how people do like resumes and stuff like that. Okay, so we have review scores rating. There's a couple of reviews I want to like review columns I want to check out. Okay, so. Let's see what review scores accuracy means. I'm not too sure what that means. We have that data dictionary at the beginning. I think it tells us. Okay, so listings accuracy score based on what's promoted. Okay. So I think this is what we want to predict over here, basically. Yeah, good Boindy. I'll get to you in a second, just because we have to like make some progress on this project over here. Yeah, DMaster2K5 definitely like connect with me. Rolio, thank you so much for wishing Eric good luck. This guy's gonna kill it. Great job, and like good luck at Banamex. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to drop these review columns, because when you're what happens when you're predicting, you can't like we can't predict the reviews based on the reviews. So where is it? Oh wait, oh, this is the amenities. I didn't want that. So we need to drop these columns over here. Except for the score. So we're going to do training data, or well, let's see. We'll call it pre-model data. And that'll equal amenities added. Oh, wait, is it? Yeah, it is amenities added. What skills are required for data analytics? Oh, man. Hey, Parts Race, you're 100% right. It's like, I mean, yeah, this is what we're trying to create over here. And obviously, I can't do this every Saturday. Sometimes I actually do go out. I actually do get to have fun on Saturdays every once in a while. But I mean, I don't know. This is a lot of fun for me. Okay, so we have our pre-model data over here, and let's go ahead and say pre-model data dot equals pre-model data dot drop, and we're going to be dropping these columns over here because these are the reviews, and you can't use anything you got during the review period to predict the reviews. So the data team at Nordstrom is currently working remotely, but you will have to be in either Denver, Seattle, LA, Atlanta, or Chicago in the future. Hey, Darth Lowens, thank you so much for, or Darth Lothens, thank you so much for answering. That is 100% right. Yeah, those are some great skills. Excel is good to know sometimes too. I'm not an expert at Excel, but I know a decent amount, like, you know, pivot table, stuff like that, you know. I would say you definitely need to know stuff like that. All right, so. Oh, and then I have to specify the axis, I forgot. Axis equals 1. There we go. And then I should be able to do pre-model underscore data dot columns. Oh, and then turn that into a list so I can actually see everything. Sweet, sweet. Okay, let's see what we got over here. Okay, cool. So it looks like we actually got rid of all that stuff, and then we need to actually drop this as well. Nina Tsauji, I think that we actually just covered that. Darth Lothens and Benjamin were a great help in there, and what I agree with what they say. What they're saying is accurate, I think. Pick Python or R, some basic statistics. SQL that's solid skill set right there. For anyone just joining, oh my god, wow. My name is Shashank, and I'm a data analyst. And what we're doing right now is we're trying to predict Airbnb reviews using a bunch of data from Airbnb properties, basically. And so we are going to run a CatBoost model on this in a second. I just realized, so I need to copy this over here. Let's see. Let's say pre-model underscore y equals pre-model data. And then I can go ahead and drop this as well. Sweet. All right, everyone. Let's see what we got over here. And for anyone that's interested, you know, I mean, I love doing this, but if you are at all interested, feel free to drop in a super chat. Great way to support the work I'm doing over here. And let me know if you're interested in any specific, content that you'd like me to do. Like, what content do you think it would make the most sense for me to do? Okay, so I think we dropped that column now. Okay, cool. Yes, it is gone. All right, so let's go ahead and put this in our model and see what happens. So, how important is data security in entry-level DA jobs? I don't think you have to know any skills in relation to data security, but depending on the company you work for, data security is going to take different types of importance. So, for example, like I have a friend who works at a major a major national U.S. bank. Like these guys have like trillions of dollars in assets. It's crazy. And because of that, he basically cannot use his laptop for anything except for work. I work in retail. Obviously, I keep all the data secure. I never show anyone any of the data that like I am like working on. But like, as far as like using my work laptop for stuff like this, like yeah, I don't think anyone really cares. So I would say like data security, like as a skill, like there's no skill you really need to know, but it is definitely important to respect the data security necessities of your organization. Let's see. So I want to do train test split, right? So I think that's model selection. What about those null values? That's a good point. I think CatBoost automatically deals with them. But let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and try it and see what happens. And if not, then like we'll like do something about it. So sklearn.model selection import. I think is it train test split? Yep, there we go. And I am so embarrassed, but I literally keep forgetting the syntax for train test split. I'm impressed I even remembered like the model selection part, honestly. There we go. So you analyze what designer brands sell at Nordstrom. I do that too. Yeah. So I work in strategic analytics. So like we do like the entire organization. And working at Nordstrom is fun too, because especially like last year, Neiman Marcus, Lord and Taylor, Barney's, like all these major American icons of department stores went bankrupt or closed. Are like New York department stores. JCPenney, they went bankrupt. And like Nordstrom was like one of like it was like Nordstrom and like Macy's that were basically left standing. And like even then, Macy's has so much like extra real estate that they don't know what to do with right now. So yeah, I mean, I'm very happy we're working at Nordstrom. I think department stores it's a difficult territory to be working in right now, but Nordstrom I think is better equipped than many organizations to handle it. I'm definitely biased, but okay. So that's our X, and then let's see what our Y is. This. Let us delete that, delete that, delete that. Okay, and then test size about 33%, and then random state 42. I don't see a problem with that. All right, X train. Cool. My biggest concern in landing a job is domain knowledge. Should I pick a domain like marketing or does not matter? Benjamin, does not matter. So I currently would say I don't have much in the way of domain knowledge, like supply chain, and then like I can like say retail now because like I have a job in retail. But like the thing I found out is that like domain knowledge is important later in your career, like past 5 years or so. I really don't think it matters in the first like at an entry level job because like you'll just like learn it on the job. Again, you're a data analyst. You're literally looking at all the data. So I 100% understand why you'd ask that question, but I think domain knowledge is like something you can hold off for a little bit longer. But eventually, you do probably need to pick something up. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we have our X train over here. So let's go. Let's just go ahead and do a CatBoost. So I think I have to install it first. I don't know if it just comes naturally. So exclamation mark, pip install CatBoost. Oh, cool. It just has CatBoost inside it. Nice. That's awesome. What are you drinking? I am drinking a mango margarita. So not sponsored by these guys, but this is a wonderful margarita. So it's by 10 Barrel Brewing Company. He's drinking hard liquor. Yeah, I mean, I guess there is tequila. It's like, well, no, it's 9% alcohol, right? So I don't know if that qualifies as hard liquor, honestly. And I don't think anything sold out of a can is considered hard liquor in the U.S. Yeah, tequila and liqueur with natural flavors added. Huh. It's from Jalisco, Mexico. Cool. Good stuff. I'm drinking a Fernet from Cordoba, Argentina. The question is, why don't they sponsor you, dude? You know what? Like, this is what we need to get started. We need software engineers and data scientists to be sponsored by like alcohol companies because like this is the only thing we can do on weekends. Okay, the fighter jet. Hey, great question, great question. I'm glad you asked that. Actually, I have chapter 7 right over here. As you can see, I finished I finished this all today, actually. These are all the notes for chapter 7. You will see the video tomorrow. I am too drunk to put the video out today, so I'm not going to put it out today. But it is ready, and I'm going to put out the video tomorrow if I can. So the fighter jet, give me a thumbs up if that like answers your question. I do apologize. I know people are like kind of expecting me to like put out those videos as fast as I can. Okay, so let us try and quick start. There we go. Oh, Guid Boindy. I thought we answered your question. My bad. How to do a project. I want to apply what I've learned on. Okay, so yeah, let's take a step back over here. So for anyone wondering, okay, like what type of project do you want to do? There are a couple of ways you can go about it. You can go ahead and do a Kaggle project. I would say the problem with that is, so I interview candidates, right? And I would say the problem with the Kaggle project is that like you run the risk of kind of doing what everyone else has already done. What you could do instead is like try and acquire your own data. So for example, I have a very like large interest in like automobiles and cars. And so for example, I would do a project on that. But you know, where do you get data on that? Well, the US government has tons of data at the website data.gov on like, you know, automobiles and stuff like that. So you can pull data from there and just start asking questions like, okay, what auto manufacturer has the safest car? And answer these questions subsequently one after another. And you'll start to just like automatically create your own project out of that. So I would say, good to start understanding to like answer your question, I'd say that's what the answer is. Okay, so we have a couple of things over here. So the fighter jet, let me know if I answered your question. What skill should I practice to start as a data analyst? I'm currently learning SQL and Excel. SQL, Excel, and Python/R. Look higher up in the chat. I think Benjamin actually like answers that question for everyone. Or sorry, Darth Lowens answers the questions for everyone. Akash Pujari. I started my career as a DBA, but I have very less package, almost half my friend's package. I wanted to learn data analyst and data science. How should I pursue it? Again, look higher up in the chat and you'll see some answers to that. Ade Satya Wahana, my biggest problem as a data scientist is framing the problem. It usually, my boss give me data and ask me to analyze them without telling me what to look for. Any tips on that?
That I'll put out a video on that, and that's basically like asking the right questions. Like, okay, it's kind of like the who, what, when, where, and why. And the why is what everyone always forgets to do. So, who is this analysis for? What are they looking for? Who, what? When do they want it by? So, you have to get a timeline, obviously, because that the timeline defines like how much work you can do. Because on an infinite timeline, we could all do the most amazing analysis ever. Obviously, we never have an infinite timeline. So, who, what, when? I guess there's not much about where. And then why? Why are we analyzing this data? Because what happens is a lot of time the business people will come to you and they say they want this analysis done, but they're only giving you the information based on like what they know in their non-expert opinion as like, a non-analyst. And that's why you ask why. And the reason I say it is because I had a question recently. Give me a second, let me get some water. So I had a request recently where like this managers would like ask for a specific task. And basically what happened was they kind of like told me what they wanted without necessarily knowing that like what they wanted kind of already existed. And that's why you ask like why. And they told me they wanted it like in a specific way. So that's where you ask. You ask, who is this for? What is this for? When do you need it by, and why do you need it? And keep asking those questions. I think you'll get like a more like better requirements from your customers. Okay, so we have a lot of questions over here. Benjamin, I think that is an amazing idea. You should 100% put that on your resume. 100%. Your stats blog. Kaggle data is clean. Yep. Okay, good. Awesome. I'm glad I answered your question, Fighter Jet. So Akash, I answered your question. Rolay, you're 100% right. Krishna Sai, world, I just looked it up and apparently it turns categorical columns into columns. Yeah, so Krishna Sai, you're 100% right. So, okay, for anyone wondering, CatBoost it stands for Categorical Boosting Algorithm, and basically it is a machine learning algorithm created by the Yandex Corporation of Russia, and they hate being called this, but they're basically the Google of Russia. And the idea behind it is that it uses a bunch of decision trees, which is one type of machine learning algorithm, to basically create very like accurate models that will predict things very accurately. That's basically what it is. Abinas Neopane, you're 100% right. I am not ignoring. I just feel like I've already answered the question. Thank you so much, Zach Jackson. People, please stop spamming. It doesn't make me answer questions faster, quite honestly, because it just makes it hard for everyone else to follow. I feel like Akash Pujari has a glitch on his keyboard. Benjamin. Okay, so Benjamin, your comment has been held. I agree with you, but I'm not going to show it just because, yeah, I got to keep it for, I'm trying to keep it PG over here. But thank you so much, Benjamin, for the support. So Akash Pujari, should we worry about the package when we start our career, as I spent a lot of money in my engineering and have very less pay? So Akash Pujari, I do apologize. I don't actually understand what you're saying. I'll be honest with you, so I don't really know. Royal Cheese, I'm glad I answered your question. What are entry-level titles for analytics positions? I will say, for data analysts, the titles are all over the place. So really just look at the experience that each job is expecting. That's the only advice I can give on that. Krishna Sai, why do people sometimes use one-hot encoding instead of label encoding? It seems to me that one-hot encoding creates many columns in one value. Okay, so what happens is, and actually, do we go over it in this chapter? We don't. So label encoding, what it does is it will create, so for example, if you have let me see if I can just demonstrate it to you. So Krishna Sai asked a very good question over here. Why do you use label encoding instead of one-hot encoding? So let's say you have a column over here, literally called column, and you have category 1, category 2, category 3, or even better. Let's try it like this. Let's say we have a data set called cars, and in that cars data set we have make, model. Jacob Laurie. Akashi is saying he's worried about his lesser package. What don't you? Funny. Where are you? Right? I'm in Mountain Time right now. I'm in Denver, Colorado. So make model, right? So let's say we have Toyota, and let's see, CVV, and then BMW, Lexus. Okay, let's say we have that, right? And then you have your models over here. Let's just call this like the IS 500. I really want that car. Camry, Corolla, Yaris. Okay. So Christian side, to answer your question, if you were to use, there we go. If you were to use, why do people use one into? No, yeah. So I'm answering your question over here. So what happens is if you were to use label encoding, so what you would have is model label 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So what you have over here, this is how you would label encode a model, right? It would be like Camry is 1, Corolla is 2, Yaris is 3, 3 Series is 4, IS 500 is 5. Now, the reason you can't do that, right, is because a lot of models will misinterpret this to say that, oh, it looks like the IS 500 is a better car than the Camry, and the 3 Series is a better car. Okay, this is a bad example, but like, oh, for example, the Toyota Yaris is a better car, or like 3 is higher than 1. So what it does is it creates this numerical relation that doesn't actually exist. And that's why oftentimes you don't want to use label encoding when you have more than 1 to 3 classes, maybe, because it implies a relation that doesn't actually exist. 5 is not necessary, because 5 is 5 times bigger than 1, right? But the IS 500 has no numerical relationship to the Camry over here. So that's why you don't want to use label encoding and you want to use one hot encoding instead. I hope I answered your question well. Okay, so we have a couple of questions over here. So let me go ahead and try and do this CatBoost classifier, actually. Do have to make some progress here. I actually want a CatBoost regressor, most likely. Ooh, why do we need to normalize data? So you need to normalize data because some algorithms, like linear regressions, are heavily affected by different scales of data. That's why you have to normalize it. And I need to use the bathroom, guys, so I'm going to be right back. Give me like 40 seconds. What up, people? Okay, we're back. Okay, so let's get to it. Sorry about that. I had to use the bathroom. I've been drinking so. Yeah, I mean, I knew this was gonna happen at some point in time. Whew. Okay, so let's go ahead and do. Yeah, we're gonna need a regression algorithm. Hey, great to see you, Zach Jackson. Thank you so much for your help, and I hope you have a great night. All right, so yeah, I got you. And anyone that just joined, let me know where you're from. I mean, I'm a huge. I like to consider myself a world citizen. I love knowing where people are from, what they're up to. So, for example, Omer, if you're comfortable, like let me know where you're messaging in from today. So we're gonna do a CatBoost regressor, I think. Are you aware of a Python package called TuriCreate? No, I'm not actually. Interesting. Okay, so I'll read this a little bit later, but I am not I'm not aware of that. No. Vancouver, cool stuff. Cool stuff. One of my best friends is originally from Vancouver, actually. India, awesome. Michigan, oh nice. Michigan, okay. India, nice, nice. And India is a whole ass country, so like if you are from somewhere specific in India, let me know. My family is Indian, so I do know some places from India. North Carolina. yeah. I'm surprised you're still here, man. But thank you so much for joining. It's you're adding a lot of color to the conversations. I love it. Okay, so let's try to do a CatBoost regressor. Okay. So model equals. Okay, let's just try this out. See what we get. California, West Virginia, Uzbekistan, nice. Hyderabad, Jakarta, awesome, awesome. Hey, great to hear from all you guys. I love it. I'm a huge world citizen. Kaggle and government websites. New Delhi, Ranchi. Where's Ranchi? 23 from Virginia. Nice, nice. SE, so software engineer is the first time. Awesome. Santiago, Chile. Great, great. I really want to go to Chile one day. Okay, so let's see what we got over here. So we're going to create a CatBoost regressor. Iterations equals 2. Yeah, I guess why not? And then we want to fit it to our X train data. Well, you need to, don't you have to fit it to the X train, Y train, right? Chennai, awesome. My family is actually from Chennai, India. Do you speak Telugu? I understand it. I don't speak it. My family is, so we're Telugu from Tamil Nadu. And for anyone wondering, that's Telugu is like is a language in India, and Tamil Nadu is a state. But the people in the state of Tamil Nadu don't typically speak Telugu. They speak something called Tamil. Yeah, I knew we were gonna get an error over here. Interesting. So I thought that CatBoost could deal with categorical variables just fine, but Lagos, nice, nice. What's your favorite crypto? I'm not a huge crypto guy, honestly. I think that the entire there's a lot of there's so much uncertainty going on right now with the whole crypto community and I'm kind of a conservative investor, so I'm not really much of a crypto guy. But I guess if you had to ask me, Ethereum, I guess it's what I know the best in. It seems, because of my understanding is the proof of stake means it's more environmentally friendly than proof of work, the way Bitcoin is. So yeah, if that answers your question. He just Googles whatever we mentioned. Yeah, basically. Are you born in the USA? Yep, born and raised U.S. citizen. Okay, so, okay. I need to actually like figure out how this CatBoost thing works. CatBoost regressor fit. Okay, let's see how this works. Because you usually need to fit it with a X and a Y, right? CatBoost.pool. Okay, so maybe I have to like do this pool thing first. Ah, okay. So train data. Okay, so let's try this then. A single row from a data frame. I'll demonstrate that to you in a second. Train pool, train data. So X train, Y train. And let's try this. Hello, Larry. Hello, Larry. Interesting. And Krishna Sai Chalasani is exactly right, Ravi, if you want to see what's going on. Hey, Larry Flores. So what we're doing right now is we're trying to we're trying to get this Airbnb data into a format that we can run a CatBoost algorithm on it to try and predict the reviews given a bunch of other information on the in the data set. And we've done a lot of converting so far. My mind is definitely working a lot slower now. It's almost 1 o'clock on a Saturday, and I've had a bit to drink, so. Okay, so what's the problem we're running into here? It looks like the problem has to do with number of features, non-default doc, index 0, feature index equals 1, quiet West Village gem. Cannot convert quiet West Village gem to float. I thought CatBoost actually handled this stuff quite well. I guess let's just go ahead and drop name. And we don't have to install CatBoost. I can delete this. Interesting. Okay, so my understanding was that with CatBoost, you didn't have to actually. My understanding is for CatBoost, you didn't have to actually like convert stuff in like convert categorical stuff like this into. Okay. So by default, all features. Okay, so Ade Satya Wahan. Okay. All features are considered numerical. You need to specify categorical. Okay. Well, thank you, Ade. You're definitely more sober than I am. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. Oh, whoops. And then put that in there. Let's have a little swig of a margarita. It is. Pie carrot would definitely be a smart idea. I think you are right. Aesthetic world. Oh, whoops. So let us see what columns we have that are categorical. So none of the, okay, so yeah, none of those are categorical. So this is categorical. All right, of course, hey, you know what? It's super late over there. Props to you for staying for so long. I don't expect anyone to stay for much longer. It's getting really late for me, so I'll probably like log off sometime soon too. But I would like to run at least one algorithm before I log off. Host since. Okay, so let us also get a pre-model data.head. Yeah, so host since would also be a categorical column. Host location would be as well. Go to data.gov. It's the United States government website that basically has a bunch of like open data from the U.S. government. I would say that's an excellent place to get it. All right, so host since, host location would also be a categorical variable. Oh, wow. Oh, you know what? I have a better idea. Ponani, you're 100% right. Yep, I have said from government websites have ton, and okay, maybe I'm a little bit ignorant over here. American government websites definitely have tons of data. I'm not 100% sure about other countries, but 100% American government websites have like tons of data you can get. So I would highly recommend them if, for example, for whatever reason, your country's government doesn't have a lot of free data open. Whenever I say government, I mean I specifically mean like American government, but I'm not aware of like other countries. Like I don't know if they have like open data laws or not. So for column in pre-data model.columns, if column.dtype equals O, print column. Oh, and then okay, so it should be so basically we're going to look through every column and see what the data type is. Okay, so here is our list of categorical columns right here. Oh, and Rex47, you're 100% right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Benjamin. Hey, great to see you, and thank you so much for joining. Again, I wish that there was a DMing feature inside YouTube, but I don't know why. They just don't have it. I guess I'll just, okay, just for like categorical columns. Ravi Kumar. I'm sorry, your question's not particularly clear. I don't really know what how to answer it. Do you host? I think host since is a date column that's included in it, right? So, Krishna, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think host since is included in here. Or maybe I'm missing one, so. Okay, so we have our categorical columns too. And then I think it was Adi Satyawahana that mentioned. So let's delete this. There is a hyperparameter called cat features. Which equals categorical columns. Okay, so I might still be missing one. 2013-01-08. I think I'm missing one for sure. But I'm not too sure which one it is. So let's see. We're going to do pre-model data dot ilock. Let's look at the first row and all columns. And then let's turn that into a list. I'm not too sure what the issue is. You have to pre-process the date column to remove the hyphens. Interesting, okay. But my understanding is, doesn't this deal with it already? Okay, so let's say it doesn't. Instead of pre-processing it, let me just get rid of them and see what happens. I mean, again, it's pretty late at night, so like, I'm not against just getting rid of columns over here. So let's run everything all at once, or let's run everything all over again and see what happens. If this doesn't work, I might have to just call it a night, honestly. It's pretty late for me. But I don't know if it would have handled our categorical features correctly. All right, so I might have to call it for the night, honestly. Okay, so let's just try this and see what happens. I don't think I can do it this way because this isn't a... Can you just send us a notebook? Yes, I can. That would actually be... Yeah, I hope that's helpful to everyone. Let me... X validation. Okay, so... Okay, interesting. So that's probably what the issue is. I could see this going on for a little bit longer. So let's try one last thing. Pre_model_ data equals pre-model data. I wonder if I can just do a dot fill NA with that. Okay. So I just like blanked out every NA out there. And we're still getting a CatBoost error. Okay, so I am going to call it a night, guys. I am very sorry. but it is really late for me. Yeah, I didn't really handle the NaN values. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, guys. But it's definitely late for me. I definitely have to go to bed soon. Otherwise, I'll like not get up early at all tomorrow. But I just attached the workbook below. So if anyone is interested, feel free to go ahead and look at that workbook, and that's like what we've been working on tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you're interested in supporting me, my Patreon is available below. And that's why I thought CatBoost took care of NaN values. That's why I picked it, because it's like it's supposed to help take care of this stuff. But it is really, really late for me. Thank you guys so much for joining. And I love the support. Love seeing everyone support each other in the chat. We solved a lot of great questions over here. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, like solving this question over here of how to like one hot encode all this stuff was crazy. So you guys did an amazing job. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you guys next time.